Alright, we were working on the word problems, and I don't know exactly where it cut off. Anyhow, the last video, that is. So here we got sodium phosphate, right? And so it's Na3PO4. So this is the first compound, and then it says and calcium chloride. So there's the calcium. Remember, calcium's +2, chlorine is -1. They react, so we have the arrow to form calcium phosphate, which is Ca3PO4, and let's see, calcium's is charged +2, so there's going to be 2 of those. That's supposed to be a 2. All right, isn't that very nice? And sodium chloride. Okay, sodium chloride is pretty simple, also known as table salt. So NaCl. Alright, and so that is the next one on our word problem. So let me post the next one on here. Continuing with the word problems, we have potassium metal, so that's just K by itself, and chlorine gas, so that's Cl. And the gaseous form of it is Cl2. Combine, in other words, there's a reaction to form potassium chloride. Of course, potassium chloride is very simple, simply K Cl. Okay, let's go ahead and remember, you still have to balance these. So let's go do the next one. So the next one is aluminum. So just, aluminum by itself, metallic aluminum, plus hydrochloric acid. So that's our, another name for that. If you didn't, it would be hydrogen chloride. So HCl. It's an H. So this is an acid. React to form aluminum chloride, so that's going to be Al. Remember, the aluminum is +3, chlorine is -1, so it's AlCl3, and hydrogen gas. And hydrogen gas, of course, is just H. Oops. And there's two atoms. Okay, so that's the next one from the homework, the word problems. Alright, so let's just remind ourselves of a couple of things. Calcium, just as a reminder, is +2. Hydroxide, which is OH, is -1. Phosphoric acid is hydrogen acting like a metal. Of course, that's +1. And then phosphate, which is PO4. And it's charged -3. Alright, so let's put those together. So putting them together, we have calcium hydroxide. Of course, this is going to be Ca. There's just one of those because of the charge of the hydroxide. And then in parentheses, OH. And of course, there's 2 of them because of the charge of the calcium. And phosphoric acid, which is the hydrogen, and since the phosphate is -3, there's going to be a 3 right there, and then we have the PO4. So that's also known as phosphoric acid or hydrogen phosphate. React to form calcium phosphate. So calcium is right here, and so we're going to put the 3 as the subscript of the calcium, and the phosphate has to go in parentheses. It's PO4, and then there's, of course, because of the charge of calcium is +2, that we get a 2 right here. And water, H2O. Alright, so there's the next one, the equation. Alright, this is a good one. So here we have copper by itself, just metallic copper. and sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is hydrogen sulfate. So let's see, so that's going to be hydrogen, and since sulfate is SO4 and it's minus 2, so the 2 is going to go here, and we have SO4. So this is also known as sulfuric acid. React to form copper 2 sulfate, so the copper is going to be plus 2. So you just to remind ourselves, it's going to be copper plus 2, and then the sulfate is minus 2, and then the 2's will cancel, of course, so it's going to be CuSO4. So they react to form copper 2 sulfate and water, so plus H2O. And notice the last one is a covalent bond. Did you catch that? So it's sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is S, and then 2 oxygens. So there's an example of a word problem that's employing both ionic bonds and covalent bonds. Notice what happens here is kind of interesting. The sulfur, the sulfate is, in some sense, it survives, and then some of it breaks apart, because that's the sulfur has to come from over here, and you'll see that when you balance it. All right, so this is the next to the last one, hydrogen gas. Of course, that's just going to be H2, and nitrogen monoxide. Notice another covalent bond. Okay, so nitrogen monoxide would just be NO. React to form water. So I'm just going to form H2O. And nitrogen gas, which is just N2. Alright, so there's the second to the last one. We're almost done. Alright, so this is the last one on homework 11. Just make sure that when you turn in homework 11, it's you just use that sheet, that sorry, not sheet, but the Word document that I provide, and try to do this work here. All right, anyhow, iron 3, that's pretty easy, so Fe plus 3, and then oxygen oxide is going to be minus 2. Oops, I didn't mean to write a 3. Minus, supposed to be a 2. All right, so we do the crossover technique. That's going to be Fe2O3, so that's the iron 3 part, and carbon monoxide, so that's plus carbon monoxide, of course, is just CO. React to form just iron, metallic iron, that's just Fe by itself, and carbon dioxide plus CO2. Alright, so remember, you still have to balance that, and alright, very nice. I think that's about it for the chapter. So practice balancing these, and it really, I can't emphasize that enough. It really amounts to just practice, and you'll get this. It's really not too bad. Okay.